So you're wanting to drive dump trucks on the mines, but you actually have no fucking idea what a dump truck operator actually does. Well, today I'm going to explain very simply what the role of a dump truck operator is and the pros and cons. So let's just start with what your actual role as a DTO is. So I work in surface mining, so this is just coming from my personal experience, what I do on the daily. So the objective of a mine site is to extract the materials out of the ground that they process and then sell onto their customers, right? And so that could be anywhere from nickel, gold, coal, iron ore, etc. So all the mine sites are a little bit different. But basically on a mine site, we have what we call a pit, and it's essentially a huge hole or area in the ground where we've been digging, and it slowly gets deeper and deeper and deeper. At the bottom of these pits, we have machines called excavators or diggers. Now, their job is to, no offense to any of the excavators slash digger ops, how I'm going to explain your job very briefly, but their job is to essentially dig particular areas of the ground, and they're going to extract that particular material. Now, when they dig that material, we then need to get it up and out of the pit. How are we going to do that? Well, that's when you come in as a dump truck operator. So basically, when the digger is digging, they are going to scoop it up in their bucket and they're going to load it into your tray. Once your tray is full, you'll have an assignment from what we call dispatch or mine control, and they basically let you know where in the mine site you need to take the material that's in the back of your truck. Now, there's lots of different materials that you can have. It could just be literal shit, so it's just what we call waste. There could be low grade, high grade, and everything in between. And usually in the mine, there is different areas that needs to be taken so it can be processed accordingly. We also have another area on the mine, which is called the ROM, and that's the run of mine. And up there, we usually have machines called loaders. And the loaders just reclaim the material, putting it back into your tray, and you're going to tip it directly into what we call a crusher. And that essentially is the material that goes straight for processing. That might sound a little bit confusing. That's not the only job of a dump truck operator. Sometimes on site you may need to help build roads, fill holes, lots of other things, or maybe you are a dump truck operator in civil construction, and that's like around the city when they're building new roads, etc. I think that's a very brief explanation of what a dump truck operator does. And if you work in the mines, that might be, so fucking simple. But I know before I had even been to a mine site, I literally had no fucking clue what my job was as a dump truck operator, because I'd never been to a mine site before. There are lots of pros to being a truck driver. First of all, for me, it's the pay. So including my bonuses, I get about 130 grand a year, and I only work 6 months of the year, so that's a bonus. I'm on a 2-and-2 roster, so that's a big pro for me, having 2 weeks off at a time. If you like to be alone a lot of the time, you just get to sit in your cab all day, listen to music, read a book. And to be honest, it is pretty cool that you can operate such a big machine. So for me, they're my top pros. The cons of driving a dump truck is you are alone with your thoughts for 12 hours a day. So if you're a little bit crazy, then maybe reconsider. The other cons would be that if you've been driving dump trucks for, a few years now, and you do want to progress, the dump trucks can get a little monotonous. Like for me, I find them quite boring. But yeah, at the start, they're super fun. What are some other cons? I guess it can be a little bit hard on your body as well, just because you're sitting for such long periods of time. night shift as well, you know, when you're just driving and driving and driving, you can get fatigued, so that's probably a con. But yeah, otherwise, I think overall it's a pretty cruisy job to be earning that kind of money and getting that sort of time off. So if you are interested in that sort of lifestyle, I've got something very exciting coming for you in the next week. So stay tuned. Any other questions, just let me know in the comments, and that's it. Bye everyone.